It's true. And again, tiny things that make the difference between what somebody perceives you. Remember, this is about confidence. That if we could get that for you, these things become arbitrary, dare I say. The actual things that you need to say. Focusing more about how you look, the body language, and the confidence with which you bring that to the table, you're going to get a few more buy-ins than not. I have always thought of myself as on trial during any initial evaluation, and until session 2 or 3, I don't really believe I've got a patient. At any point that I say something that is not in line with their values, my views of life or the political situation or whatever can derail this situation, which is why I just learned to shut up and ask. It's the safest situation to be in the first 2 or 3. And again, what we try to do is impress our opinions of things very quickly in the hope that we'll connect, and sometimes it can actually go the other way. So in that first session, and if I was teaching my staff, a new therapist coming in, this would be one of the things that I'd be explaining to them very quickly. You're on trial. Have no big opinion on anything. Don't go too high on this and don't go too low on the other. Just ask. It's the safest way to let them build trust. And in session 4, 5, and 6, then you might start to talk about your opinion of things. But until then, you are figuratively on trial. Huge for you to understand. Ask more than you speak in those first few sessions. So for me, it starts outside of the treatment room, and it should start with the person, not the patient, and his or her day, I would say for at least 2 or 3 minutes. Can the receptionist start this for you? If so, do it. Bring you into the conversation. So this was how me and Vicki really, I believe, cemented the fun that we have today, because it allowed, she would be sitting at the desk, obviously I'd come out of the treatment room, the patient would be sat on a chair, and Vicki would already be speaking to the person, and I would just wait to be invited into the conversation. And she'd nearly always bring me into the conversation with some kind of joke or some kind of, hey, you'll never guess where this person's going to. This one's off to Spain next week. Or you'll never guess what this guy's been up to today. You never guess what, he's a big Hartlepool United football fan or whatever. And we'd start that conversation, and I'd just be, tell me more. Come on in. And the conversation in the treatment room evolved from the one in reception. So far from me sitting down on the chair, if you like, with a notepad and paper and going, so tell me about your knee. It was, keep talking to me about the thing that you started that conversation with Vicki outside, because that's obviously what's important to you. And if you're talking about it with her, you're obviously comfortable there. So let me keep talking about that thing. You're comfortable there, and let me just build that trust as well. So for me, the treatment room, what happens outside the treatment room, and I'm going to ask all of you to just look inside. Visually, you'll be able to see what's going on in your treatment room, right, in your reception. If it's cold, it's silence. If that glass window's come across the minute that they sit down, you're missing out on a trick. You're missing out on the ability to convert and sell easier. That is what you bring in, okay? That's how it starts. It doesn't start with a clipboard and fill out this form and tell me about your need.
Thanks for watching this video, and if you found it helpful, and if you now find yourself thinking, I wonder what else this person can help me with, head over to paulgough.com/books, where you can find my best-selling books, which will show you how to add more profit to your practice. Or send an email to paul@paulgough.com to ask about how we can help you accelerate the growth and profitability of your clinic. And by the way, if you know anybody who would find this helpful, please share this video out. Thanks so much.